Hey, Wayne here, and today I want to share with you the most powerful e-bike that I've ever ridden, called the Magicycle. I want to thank Magicycle for sending me out this bike to review. They've sent it to me, but the review is 100% my own thoughts on the quality of the bike and my likes and dislikes. So let's get on with all the parts and everything you get with this bike, and then I'll take it out for a ride and give you some more thoughts on it. All right, so the Magicycle is a really good looking bike. I really like the way this bike looks. Now, they went a bit crazy with the branding, but the branding looks good to me, so I don't really mind. It's on the bottom of the bike here. It's on the frame of the bike there. Also on the other side. It's on the battery. It's on the forks. It's even on the rear seat right there. And in their gift box, they give a few things away. They give away this phone holder. They give it to you, and it has Magicycle on it, as well as the display also says it at the bottom there. And that's all fine. It looks good, so I don't really mind it at all. Now, the bike is a very powerful bike. One of the reasons is it has a 52-volt battery with a 3.5-hour fast charger. So let me show you the charger real quick. So this charger has a built-in fan. That helps to keep it nice and cool while it's charging. So Magicycle sends a gift box that says ride free, ride fun. And in it, they'll give you stuff like this cap, which is pretty nice. I like it a lot. I've been wearing it all the time. Pair of white gloves. A toolkit. A bicycle alarm, a lock for your bike, and this nice, really nice phone holder that mounts to your bike. So that's pretty cool that they give you all that. I've never had a bike company send a box of free items like that. So nice to know that you're going to get that if you order a bike. The motor is a 750 watt motor, 52 volts with 86 Newton meters of torque. And that's a lot. So I don't think any of my other bikes have that much torque. You can really feel it when you take off on this bike. So if you want a bike that's pretty aggressive, this is going to be the bike for you. You've got 7 modes there of power assist that you can change, and we'll go over that later. But each one, you get a pretty good jolt of power when you switch to them. It's got a Shimano 7-speed gear shift. Tektro Aries MD300 mechanical disc brakes. So here is the rear brake, and here is the front brake. Now also, each brake, front and rear, has a 180 millimeter rotor. So that's nice. A lot of stopping power. Check out this 26 by 4 inch wide knobby tire. This is going to be a great tire for going over dirt, pavement, snow, pretty much anything you throw at it, this should be able to handle it. I also noticed that on the front here, it says the brand, which is Kenda. And then I don't know if you can see that, but right here it says moped. So not sure what's up with that, but kind of a neat thing that these have such great big fat tires. Front and rear, 26 by 4. There's a front light, gets pretty bright, I'll show it to you later, as well as a rear brake light that's attached to the rear rack. Now some of these bikes, you have to buy the rack separately. This bike comes with it already mounted, and the brake light is integrated. The recommended height on this bike is 5'5" to 6'5". Magicycle also sent this bag that is pretty neat. It looks pretty good. You open it up here on the sides and you can unravel this part so you have like a saddlebags on each side of your bike. You can open up the middle, of course. It comes with a strap so that if you want to put a strap on here and carry it off, you can. And it's got a bottle holder here. So that's nice. Nice little addition to the bike. Now for the front, they sent me a front rack. Now this front rack, let me show you the very front of it. All you do is line up the holes here with the bolts, the screws, and then put them in, tighten it up, and you're done. And it's on. It works great. Let's say you want to carry something like a extra helmet. You can put that on there. Just this a little bit. You can just get a cargo net, attach that to the rack, strap it all down, and there you go. So it's a pretty big rack. It can hold a lot. So this is also a nice addition to the Magicycle. Of course, these two items are not in the freebie gift box that comes with your bike. If you want those, you'll have to order those extra. But they look like they're worth having. So if you go to their site, magicycle.com, I think they're having a sale right now on these bikes, but you can get a better deal if you use some coupons that they gave me to share with all of you. If your order is above $1,500, you'll get $100 off if you use Wayne 100, and you'll get $200 off any orders above $3,000 if you use Wayne 200 during checkout. So that's a pretty good deal. I'd go for that. Let's see, what else can I mention? Oh yeah, so they have free shipping on their e-bikes with a 2-year warranty plus a 15-day return policy. So you'll have 15 days to return it if you're unhappy with this bike, but I think once you get it, you'll love it. Now what I want to do is I want to go over the display and the settings, then take it out for a ride. Okay, so let's go over one of the things I like a lot about this bike, which is the display and how to turn on the bike. I'm going to slide the camera over. While I'm going over the display, just so you know, I'm going to be pressing minus information plus, these are up and down arrow keys, and there's an off on button on the top. So I'm going to get ready to press and hold that on button so you can see how the display turns on. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, now that looks really cool. It's a nice, colorful, well-lit display. Here's your miles per hour while you're traveling, the wattage of the bike, and you got your trip and your pedal assist right there. So on the lower left, if I press the I button on the keyboard over here, it'll go through trip to odometer, max miles per hour, your average speed for miles per hour, the time that the display has been on, back to trip. On the right, you've got your pedal assist modes. It's set right now on 1, and then you can go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So a lot of the e-bikes stop at 5, but this one goes up to 7. You can change that, and I'm going to show you that in a second. To get into the display settings for the bike, we're going to press and hold these two buttons here, plus and minus. So I'm going to press that. I'll move the camera back so you can see it switch over, and here we go. Okay, if you press the information button on a highlighted item like wheel, it'll come up, and there you can change your tire setting or your wheel settings in size. It's set to 28, and I believe it's because these are 26-inch rims with about 2 or 3 inches of tire height, and that gives you the 28-inch. So I'm going to leave it there. Just going to press the information button again to get back to the main menu. Now, if I hit the minus button, accidentally hit the plus one, but if I hit the minus button, it'll take you to the next menu item, which is your speed limit. Now, this is a good one to know because when it ships to you, they've got it set to 20 miles per hour, which is excellent for a Class 2 bike. You want it to be at 20 miles per hour. So This bike, however, you can up the speed by pressing the plus button, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, or 28. I must have missed, oh, it jumped from 25 to 28. Look at that. So those are your speed limits that you can assign to this bike. I'm going to leave it at 20 because I want to leave it at a legal street speed of 20 miles per hour. I'm going to press the information button again. And now I'm going to press the minus button to brightness. That's self-explanatory. You got your voltage. I'm not going to mess with that because in there you can change the voltage of the bike. I think changing the voltage may have a little bit to do with how much power this bike is putting out. So I like it where it's set. I'm just going to leave it. If I go to advanced, in here, there's a lot of good stuff you can change. Like, for instance, if you don't want 7 pedal assist modes, you can change that from 0 to 7 to 0 to 6 to 0 to 5 and so on. So if you're used to 5 modes, you can change it to that if you like. I'm leaving mine there. You can change the amperage, the sensitivity, and how fast or how slow it starts. Everything about the settings I like. Now, it's going to be different for everybody. I suggest if you're not happy with it, with all the power you're getting, and you want to maybe lessen it, you go in here and you can change some of the stuff. So, and there is a clock setting, and then back. Dormancy, that's basically when you leave the bike idle, how long before it shuts off on its own. Unit, you got your 2 in there. You got imperial and metric. I'm leaving mine on imperial. You could change the password, or you can put a password. I'm not going to bother because if anybody wants the bike, they're probably going to just pick it up and take it. Kind of heavy, so it's not likely going to happen that way. Factory reset, display settings, brightness and stuff, all that good stuff. And then you can exit right here. Let me go back and check that display. Oh no, the display setting is actually where you can reset the tripometer. So after every ride, if you would like to, you could reset that. If you wanted to reset it, you just leave it there, press the I button. It highlights no, press the plus button. Now it changes to yes. Now press the I button and then clear, press it again and go to back. Actually make sure it's not highlighted anymore. Go to back with the minus button. I'm still learning these buttons. Press the information button and go down to exit, and everything is back to normal. Trip is set to 0 again. And that's about everything you need to know in there. Now there's a lot of good information in there. I went through it pretty quick. I'm still getting familiar with it. I suggest you do. That's it for now on this part of the review. I like this a lot. I don't get this with all the bikes that I have. I love it. It's nice and colorful, informational, a lot of access to things that they don't normally give you. Thanks, Magicycle, for making that easy. All right, so today I'm on the Magicycle on a bike trail around the house here. Pretty nice trail here. Nice and quiet today. I've had it for about 2-3 weeks now. Been riding it a lot. Right now I'm on a pedal assist 1, averaging about 12 miles an hour. I can feel that I'm pedaling, so that's good. I've kind of grew out of the always being in pedal assist 5, and just taking off. It's a lot better to be in 1 and 2 and actually ride the bike and pedal and get some exercise. So, but if I start switching this up, like I'm going to go to 2, 3, 4, 5, you'll probably hear it. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to do it right now. So here's 2. Here's 3. We're going 16, 17. Gonna go to 4. We're flying now. It's 19. Just hit 20. And it's locked down to 20, so it's not really gonna go faster than that. But if I were to start from a slower speed and be in pedal assist 7, it would take off just that much faster. So I'm coming up to a curve here, so I'm not going to do it. In fact, let me switch this back down to 2. And I'm going to go around this way. Hopefully avoid some of these people that are out riding. Oh, that water felt good. It's hot today. So there's a hill coming up that I got to get up and over. It's got a pretty good slant on it. I've never been up it before. So let's see how it does. I will switch to pedal assist 3, which I probably don't need. This bike has a lot of torque, 86 Newton meters of torque. Yeah, it's making it up just fine with pedal assist 3. But for the heck of it, let's switch this up. Now I'm 4. Yeah, it would have made it up at 1 or 2. No problem. So I'm going to slow down a little bit. And I've got the bike on pedal assist 7. I'm going to slow down just a little bit more until I'm kind of creeping here. And then I will take off. So yeah, I'm going about, let's see here, slow down a little bit more. Okay, I'm going almost to a dead stop, so let's take off. Okay, here we go. And I am at 20 miles per hour right there. So let's see how it does at a dead stop with throttle only. So I'm going to pull over to this bench here. Okay, so we're at a dead stop. Let's go. All throttle. 11, 15, 20. So pretty darn quick. So this 52 volt battery along with the 750 watt motor, this bike has so much torque, 86 Newton meters. It's so fast. And you can bump this up to 28 miles per hour, but you don't need to do that. You get a lot of good torque and speed just leaving it at 20 and keeping it a class 2 bike. I'm going to do a quick brake test. It's not a very scientific test, but I'm going to get it up to speed close to 20 miles per hour. I'm going to slam on the brakes, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stop pretty good. So 4 pedal assist, 20 miles per hour. Let's do it now. Wow, that was a good quick brake. So these Tektro brakes are working just fine. Any rattling you hear, it's just by my little camera setup. A little piece hanging there, bouncing around. This bike is actually very quiet, very powerful, lots of guts. I don't think you have any problems on hills. Here, I'm gonna go off into the grass a little bit. I got the fork opened up. Let's see, grass is really high here, but so what? Let's just do it real quick and see what we get. Wow, this is some rough terrain, but it's handling it just fine. Yeah. No problems. Yeah, this is one tough bike. If you're afraid of speed and torque, power, this bike might not be for you, although you can turn it all down. So it's not something to worry about. You can turn all that down in the settings. And if you like it, you can just leave it where it's set or boost it up a little bit more, I think. So I think, well, because you can get it up to 28 miles per hour. So yeah, you could boost it up some more. This bike handles very well. Magicycle did a great job with this bike. I think if you're in the market for a good, strong, powerful e-bike, this is the way to go right here. So let's talk a little bit about seat comfort. Last weekend I rode this bike for about 15 miles and in one straight shot, and the seat never bothered me. So I don't know if I'm getting used to these kind of seats or what, but it has kind of like a little suspension thing in the back of it, but it's not true suspension, so I'm not sure what it is, but the seat feels fine to me. I don't know if it's just this seat or, like I said, if I'm just getting used to them. Well, something just flew into my helmet. I hope it's not crawling around on my scalp now. I hope it's not a bee. Of all the bikes that I've reviewed, this Magicycle with its 52-volt battery, 86 Newton meters of torque, and its 750 watt battery, that makes this the most powerful bike I've ridden so far. If that sounds like it's something for you, check out my affiliate links below, grab the discount codes to get yourself some money off on a new Magicycle bike. Head on over there, grab one, get out there and ride, and I'll see you on the next one.